So, you've seen those offers everywhere, right? Escape your high-interest credit card debt with a tempting 0% APR deal. It sounds almost too good to be true. And you know what they say? So what's the real price you pay for that 0%? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the balance transfer fee, the hidden cost that makes it all work.
Is this it? Is this the ultimate financial hack to finally get ahead of your debt? Well, the truth is, it's not quite that simple. There's always a catch, isn't there?
And here it is. Getting access to that amazing 0% interest rate, well, it comes with an upfront price tag. And that price is almost always between 3 and 5% of whatever debt you're moving. Think of it as the cover charge to get into the exclusive 0% interest club. Now, it's really easy to look at this and just get annoyed at another fee, but let's reframe it. You're paying a small, one-time cost to save yourself from a much bigger, much nastier ongoing interest bill. That's the core trade-off we're going to dig into right now.
Okay, so let's get right into the nitty-gritty of this fee. What are you actually paying for here?
The most important thing to get is that this isn't an interest payment. It's a transactional service charge. You're basically paying for the service of moving your debt from card A to card B. It's how the bank covers its costs for giving you that amazing interest-free ride. And yeah, it's completely legit. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says it's all good. Let's make this feel a little more real. Say you're transferring a pretty typical balance, $10,000. A 5% fee means you're paying $500 right out of the gate. I know, that sounds like a lot of money, but it's all about perspective. Is that $500 worth it? Well, this chart does the math for us. If that same 10 grand is sitting on a card with a 25% APR, you're getting hammered with over $200 in interest every single month. Suddenly, that one-time $500 fee pays for itself in less than 3 months. And since most of these 0% deals last for 15, 18, even 21 months, the math is overwhelmingly on your side. All right, so let's switch gears and look at this from the other side of the table. What's the credit card company's playbook here? Because what they're focused on might not be what you think. For the big banks, the real competition isn't about who has the lowest fee. They've all kind of settled in that same 3 to 5% zone. The real battleground? It's time. They are fighting tooth and nail over who can give you the longest 0% intro period, because they know that's what gets you in the door. And check this out. They use this tiered pricing to create a sense of urgency. It's pretty clever, actually. They'll dangle a lower 3% fee in front of you, but there's a catch. You have to act fast, usually within the first 4 months. If you wait, boom, the fee jumps up to the standard 5%. It's a psychological trick to get you to move your debt and pay that fee right now. And you can see that whole strategy laid out perfectly right here. I mean, look at the big players, Citi and Wells Fargo. They're offering a mind-blowing 21 months at 0% APR. And the price of admission for all that time, you guessed it, that's standard 3 to 5% fee. So why are these fees so locked in? I mean, why isn't there more competition to push them down to 0? Well, it turns out there's a massive $10 billion reason that makes this little fee more important to banks than ever. Here's the deal. In 2025, a new rule from the CFPB is set to kick in, and it's a huge one. It's going to slash the amount big banks can charge you for a late payment. We're talking from as high as $41 all the way down to a cap of just $8. The impact of this is just staggering. The CFPB estimates that this one rule change will mean a $10 billion annual revenue loss for the credit card industry. Now, when that much money just vanishes from one part of the business, you better believe they're going to find a way to make it up somewhere else. And this leads to what the experts are calling profit margin substitution. It's a fancy way of saying that with late fees getting crushed, the balance transfer fee suddenly becomes this super critical, super stable source of income. It's not just a nice little bonus anymore. It's a financial lifeline. And that is why that 3 to 5% fee isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, so you get the bank's strategy now. You see the whole chessboard. So how do you make your move? Let's talk about how to turn all this insider knowledge into a win for you. At the end of the day, your choice really boils down to this. On one hand, you can go with a major bank, pay that 3 to 5% fee, and get a really long runway. We're talking 15 to 21 months to pay off your debt. On the other hand, you can hunt for a deal at a credit union. They often have true no-fee transfers. The trade-off? A much shorter 0% period, usually just 6 to 12 months.
And before you pull the trigger, a few critical warnings. First, do not use this new card for your daily coffee. A lot of times, carrying that transfer balance will wipe out the interest-free grace period on any new purchases. Second, expect your credit score to take a small temporary dip. It's just because you're using more of your available credit. And finally, whatever you do, do not confuse a balance transfer with a cash advance. That's a totally different beast with sky-high interest rates that start from day one. So, let's wrap this all up into a simple 3-step checklist. Number 1, act fast. If you're going to pay a fee, make sure it's the lowest one by transferring within that 4-month window. 2, do the math on your own situation. Can you kill that debt in under a year? If the answer is yes, then a no-fee credit union offer might be your smartest play. And 3, most importantly, make a strict budget. The whole point is to get that debt to zero before the 0% offer ends and the regular high interest rate comes back with a vengeance. So there you have it. The balance transfer fee isn't just some random charge. It's a strategic tool. For the bank, it's a steady revenue stream. But for you, it's the price of admission for buying yourself some precious time. So now that you know the rules of the game, what's your move?